Ironically, one major problem we see in society is that women don't despise rape enough and they refuse to identify all of its forms. And this is a part of Western culture, really. And certainly men have played their part in making it so that this plays out like this. Why isn't Enki described as a deity of rape? Why not Zeus or his form Jupiter? Well, why not Kronos? Why not Poseidon? They talk about the god of the sea. First and foremost, he is a god of illusion and rape. And so is Zeus, and so is Hades. Hades kidnapped his wife. It reminds me of Odin, I believe, kidnapping Freya. Okay, I believe it's an eagle. Greco-Roman mythology is about deities of rape. Mars raping Rhea, right? Sometimes they rape their mothers, their grandmothers. They're deities of rape and different ways to apply rape using illusion and psychology. Enki, N-ki, okay? Ki meaning earth. Gaia is described as Gi, and so is Ki. Ki, in cuneiform, in writing, also can be described as Gi. So Gi, the martial art Gi, and Ki, and earth, are connected definitively. This is an earth energy they're referring to. Again, I tell you, I wear this so I can communicate that I'm a martial artist, that I'm not playing around. That the guy who's been doing martial arts for over 20 years with like 15, 20 gis, who is in perfect shape and has pictures moving faster than any man has ever published, is not playing around. I need to communicate that to you in a language you understand. The viewers are not pure Sun Temple martial artists. There isn't a single other true martial artist in the world. What you have is followers of this world, right? Martial arts is about transcendence, transcendent hero. It came from Africa, where the whole purpose was to connect to heaven and to be a transcendent hero. It traveled through the Middle East, where you have Anu, okay, and Ki, and their children were called the Anunnaki, and it spread to Europe and Asia from there. This is the most logical path of martial arts, and the history confirms this description. So let's think about Enki for a moment, shall we? Enki is an earth deity of mischief, crafts, knowledge, and creation. I call him an earth deity because it's right there in his name, Ki. Now, what do people who are mischievous, who deal in crafts and being crafty, and the tricks of the trade, right? Kind of a play on word. The tricks, the females, the sluts, right? The tricks of this trade. Okay. And he deals in creation. What does he use this for? Rape, right? He's mischievous. He uses his knowledge. He leverages it to get women to do things they wouldn't otherwise do. He is a rape deity. His kind of counterpart, Enlil, also in a popular Sumerian myth, rapes another deity. Okay, these are rape deities. Babylonian system is a rape system. The women that helped them were despised by the male martial artists as being rebellious and for helping rape other women. There are few things more detestable to pure masculine, pure sun spirit martial artists than females that assist in the systematic, organized rape of other females, who spend generations mixing and concocting various formulas and chemical compounds and substances and materials to assist them in their rape, who study people sociologically, with psychology, with primitive versions of these sciences, if you want to call them that, to rape people. So this goes hand in hand with sexual immorality. In the Bible, Canaan, the Babylonians, and their fertility cults, the Sumerians, the Mesopotamians, okay, and on to the Phoenicians. The phoenix was a bird. It was red, among other colors. The principles of evil. It symbolized reproduction. It is a kind of thievery, kind of a cultural appropriation of the Ben bird. Cultural appropriation didn't start with colonialism. It started when man left Africa. They took that culture and they changed it into something else. Okay, they gave their own spin on it. Cultural appropriation is one of the oldest kind of evils on this planet. Okay, there is one order. It is a pure Sun Temple, pure martial art order. And when we look at the timeline, the Igbos are said to have migrated as a civilized, organized group into Biafra, by southeast Nigeria, around 4,500 BC. The Sumerians tend to have a 5,000 BC date. Obviously, these guys were not getting along with those guys, and they left. And the reason why has everything to do with worldliness and rape. When we look at the Nordic, the Norse, the Nazis, the Japanese, Indonesia, the dragon, the Komodo dragon, Indo-Europeans, the Libyans, I've gone over this before. Why did they team up together? Because the Norse, the Vikings, had the dragon flag. And of course, they were known for rape. Look it up. And then the Japanese have the dragon flag. So the Nazis are embracing this Northern European warrior culture, and perhaps the bell that rings the loudest is the Vikings. Think about it. In the Bible, the devil tries to tempt Jesus. He offers him the thrones of this world. He can have the whole world if he pays homage to the devil. The thrones. Satan is described as the god of this world, and he rewards people with the thrones. Why am I not publicly acknowledged as the prince of the Igbos? Because Satan is the god of this world. The true king cannot be a celebrity. He cannot be publicly acknowledged, at least not in his life. It can't be done. He is by default going to be persecuted. If you are from a royal European family and you are recognized, by default, you are of the devil. There is no way around it. Is it your culture's religion, or is it mine that says that? In a predominantly Christian country, the West, predominantly Christian, the English went as far as to have their own church when they rebelled against the Catholic Church, the Anglican Church. Your own culture. You are the devil. That is the queen and her family. And of course, they are the LGBT community. Does the queen come off with the Gaia or gay? Gaia is also spelled G-A-E-A. She's gay, Gaia, gay-a. The alpha as gay. Does she come off with masculine energy and masculine attributes or gender neutral energy? Yes. Do her sons? Yes. Did the younger son, the prince, marry a Hollywood female? Okay? Yes. Is Hollywood the place of Crowley and the Baphomet and all the secret societies linked to the Hermetic orders and the Golden Dawn? Yes. Western culture is evil. It is a rape culture. And Circe, where you got the church, Kirk, and Zagreus, and Serapis, and Zeus, and all these ideas, Hades, and Osiris, and Apis, that are directly linked to the Bible. Amen. Set. Okay? These are rapist, illusion-based deities. These are not true martial arts deities. These are deities of deception. Martial arts is about warfare through truth and not deception. The wise martial artist doesn't need to take over the world. He just needs to marshal the wisest and the best and bring them to God. Bring them to Ra, the strength of the sun. No illusion, no garbage. Those who truly despise rape die with me. Period. That is where we are at. Those who have decided to subject their descendants to a rape world of pure evil where people are worldly and they worship the devil, and for the life of them they cannot overcome their carnal desires because they're worried about the flesh of their family and not the souls. They stay around and survive. Serve. I've. survivor. Serve I, the eye of the dragon, of the bull, of the devil, and veer away from honor, morality, truth, the way, and true life, and true love. Veer away from righteous indignation, which is the key ingredient in the brain of martial arts. Obviously, the spirit that gave us this body and this righteous indignation, that forges us when we move in the right direction, is the true essence of martial arts. What was described as the ka, but eventually the followers of the bull redefined the ka in terms of the ki. The worldly energy of lust and desire. Me, me, me. If you are not saying the Lord no matter what, Ra no matter what, you are saying me, me, me. When you kill somebody and you're outside the divine order, it is selfish. Thou shalt not kill outside of the divine order. If you transcend and you think in terms of the halo and not that sinking feeling when you want to reproduce and when you see an attractive woman, but that feeling when you're serving the Lord, that feeling of being pushed up, okay? The wings to go up versus the dark wings to go down in the worldly Luciferian energy of ki. Now think about the queen. She's a Viking. Why isn't she big? Why isn't Lucifer big? Because he's trying to give himself a PR lift. So we have the younger guy with a kind of gay energy, okay, married to that Meghan Markle. And we have the older guy with Kate Middleton, I believe her name is, with a kind of more irritated gay energy. He's the irritated gay businessman who's serious because he's irritated. I don't know enough about him to know he's irritated, but I can tell right away, that's how he comes off. Is he going on and on about how they're covertly drugging him? No. Therefore, he is guilty until proven innocent, especially if you're famous. If you're famous and you seem gay and in the spirit of the Baphomet, you know, you either are or they're drugging you to make it seem that way, like they're drugging me. Now, right now, I am less drugged, more focused, honorable. Hone your able. I have no reason to lie about my sexuality, my religion, or who I am. 4-year, $4,000 challenge, at one point $100,000. Now, I didn't want to make this video that long, but let me go through these key ideas before I run out of time. San Francisco is the kind of occult hub of America. Certainly one of the occult hubs of the world. I've gone through this before. You have the main feminist movement there, the station based there, the main gay movement based there, because the Grand Lodge of California, the most populated, most politically significant state, is based there. Okay. You also had Michael Aquino's Temple of Set, okay, the Church of Satan, and you have the Presidio Army base that was used during MK Ultra and other psychological operations, certainly COINTELPRO and so on and so forth, you know, where Michael Aquino wrote Mind War, PSYOP. He was a PSYOP colonel, okay? PSYOPs for who? A corporation? No, for the government. Okay. Therefore, you know, we also have where the main push for homosexuality to be removed from the list of mental illnesses is there. Now, so when we look at this, right, mental health is guilty until proven innocent. In fact, it's guiltier than the devil until proven innocent. All they have is statistics that mean nothing. Is mental health the only thing that affects the suicide rate in this country? No. No, no, and no. Can you say, hey, we need to put people in psych wards because there's been less suicides since we started doing that? No. Humanity has all kinds of technological changes, cultural changes, social and political changes over the years. What we do know is it is an oppressive machine with no cures. We know about drapetomania, accusing runaway slaves of being mental ill. Rosenhan experiment that pretty much definitively proven that they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to schizophrenia. The history of non-consensual experimentations, the history of fabricated evidence in this country, the political abuse of psychiatry, which throws out any study they have in the future. Any study they perform, by default, can be thrown out by the logical and moral man. They cannot ever validate themselves because of their connection to the government and entities that politically abuse science. Okay. The Martha Mitchell effect, the whistleblowers, nature versus nurture argument never being settled. Okay, their premise is invalid. Either you are too stupid to be good or you are too evil.